PUBG Ranked is more broken than most players realize. Imagine loading into a ranked squad PUBG match expecting to fight around 60 other players. Now imagine discovering that almost half the lobby isn't playing legitimately. What I'm talking about is real player accounts running third-party automation, farming the game around the clock. Then, after surviving all of that, you discover the team that wins the match appears to be using Wallhack software as well. This isn't a custom match. This isn't an isolated replay somebody sent me. This is a Ranked FPP Squads match on the C server that I played in myself. And once I reviewed the replay, what I found was honestly worse than I expected. This match was played at around 6 a.m. local server time. Early morning is when these account farming operations become much easier to spot because there are fewer legitimate players queuing for ranked. The replay shows just 35 genuine players in the lobby. The remaining 28 accounts display the same behavior I've covered in previous investigations. They're all solo squatted. They deal 0 damage. They score 0 kills. And when you watch their replay footage, they're following the same automated movement patterns associated with account farming software. That means roughly 44% of this entire ranked lobby appears to be running third-party automation. Think about that for a second. Nearly half the server isn't actually playing PUBG. They're farming. These accounts don't disappear during peak hours. They're still there. They're simply diluted by larger numbers of legitimate players, making them much harder to notice. At quieter times like this, everything becomes concentrated into the same lobby, exposing what's really happening behind the scenes. And unfortunately, that's only the beginning, because the team that eventually wins this match appears to have at least 2 players using Wallhack software. If that's the case, it pushes almost half of the lobby into one form of cheating or another. Let's start with the first player. This account is what I've previously called a bronze bomber, a relatively new account with just over 100 lifetime matches. The replay was recorded more than a week ago, so by the time you're watching this, there's already been plenty of opportunity for action to be taken. Watch how consistently this player tracks enemies through terrain and cover before any legitimate information is available. Wallhack, this enemy is unseen and was not shooting. Spinning around to check all the players' positions. Each of my videos exposing cheaters will have a permalink in the video description where the account status can be checked. What's the bet that this player will still be unbanned when this video goes live, over a week after this match was played? Wallhack, watching unseen enemy. Wallhack, pre-aiming the unseen enemy player through the shed. Just a reminder, this is one of many cheaters in this match that this video covers. Make sure you watch through to the end to get the full scale of the cheating that I've uncovered on this match. Not a strong example due to all the shooting from that area. This is a good example of the plays which I will exclude from my analysis. I'm well aware that this means that I give many the benefit of doubt when it looks like obvious cheating. I look for repeated strong examples where other possibilities are unlikely. This forms a pattern of behavior where I can say with confidence that what we are seeing is an outcome of cheating and not skill or luck. Wallhack, pre-aiming the unseen enemy player through the vehicle. And don't worry, the buddy didn't tip them off. I'll show you from their perspective soon. If you've watched enough replay investigations on this channel, the pattern becomes very familiar. The player repeatedly aims exactly where opponents are, despite no line of sight or audio cues. There really isn't any other explanation for it other than they are using cheat software. They line up this last guy perfectly with the grenade. A lucky guess? Yeah, right. Let's move to the second player. Again, another Bronze Bomber account. This one has over 500 matches played, yet still remains at a very low account progression. Watch how their decision-making mirrors their teammate. Wallhack, there's no way they spotted this enemy legitimately. Moving forward to the next significant play for this guy. They pre-fired without even seeing the enemy there, then headshotted them the instant there was line of sight. See, as I said earlier, this teammate couldn't have called out accurately that enemy that the other cheater killed in this stage of the game. There's no possibility of marking the enemy's position. Now let's pull back the curtain on the other side of this match. These aren't Wallhack users, they're something different. They're the account farming operation. Every one of these examples comes from players that were close enough to be recorded in the replay. Watch the movement, watch the behavior, watch how they never meaningfully participate in the match. I've now documented this behavior across multiple PUBG ranked matches. In one recent Asia ranked game, my own 4-man squad appeared to be the only legitimate team in the lobby, while the remaining squads displayed the same farming patterns. The more replays I analyze, the harder it becomes to dismiss this as an isolated incident. This is what concerns me most. When almost half of a ranked lobby appears to consist of automated accounts, and the winning team also appears to include players using Wallhack software, it's difficult to describe the matchmaking environment as healthy. I've been documenting PUBG cheating, PUBG account farming, and suspicious ranked gameplay for a long time now. Since publishing my earlier investigations into automated farming accounts, I haven't seen meaningful signs that this particular problem is being addressed. If anything, continued replay analysis suggests the issue remains widespread and extremely visible at quieter queue times. I'll continue documenting what I find, submitting reports where appropriate, and sharing the evidence with all of you. Because if this is happening in one ranked match, how many others look exactly the same? Whether these accounts are farming rewards, increasing account progression, or being prepared for later use, they're occupying ranked matches through third-party automation instead of genuine gameplay. My goal with this channel isn't just to expose individual cheaters, it's to document what's really happening across PUBG. Every investigation takes hours of replay analysis to make sure the evidence is clear, accurate, and fair. If you think that work is worthwhile, I'd really appreciate you subscribing. Every new subscriber helps these investigations reach more players and keeps the spotlight on a problem that deserves far more attention. If you've watched through to this point, I really appreciate it. Watching the video through helps more than anything else as it shows YouTube that the content here is engaging. I'll leave the video here. Thanks for watching.